Welcome to Cindy Certified Recipes. You know, sometimes there's nothing like that pb&j on that super soft bread. Sometimes it's nice to change things up a bit, and that's what we're doing today on Cindy Certified Recipes. So like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can all stay in touch. And let's get to that peanut butter goodness. This change up from the standard pb&j are peanut butter and jam bars, brought to me by inspiration through a store that we found in our travels called Honeyville in Colorado. It's a really cool store. They've been around over 100 years. And if you're ever out in Durango area, it's worth checking them out. Or you can go to honeyvillecolorado.com. I am not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form, but they sell a lot of cool products, and I do buy their stuff a lot. And we're going to start off our peanut butter bars by putting in some peanut butter. And we'll have all these directions and ingredients in the description. And then we're going to add in some brown sugar and half a cup of soft butter. And we're going to stir that around until it's incorporated. So it helps to have nice soft ingredients. I don't keep my peanut butter in the fridge, and I've had the butter sitting here on the counter. You can use an electric mixer, but I really like mixing this by hand. Another good option if you want extra chunky is you can use chunky peanut butter. And today I'm using smooth peanut butter. That's good. Now we're going to drop in 1 room temperature egg. Get that stirred in. And some vanilla extract. And what we're doing is we're putting all the wet ingredients here together. And I'll set that aside. And then we're going to put in get a different bowl and add in the dry ingredients. So here we have flour, all-purpose flour. Whoops, I didn't get all that flour. Some baking powder, salt. You just want to whisk that together so that when you put it in your wet ingredients, you're not going to end up with blobs of salt or baking powder in one spot. And now we're going to add that back into our wet ingredients. Again, you're just incorporating that in and getting it smooth. Sometimes you gotta scrape it off your spoon, get it all mixed up. And you're gonna have this crumbly batter. That's good. And so I prepared my 8x8 pan here. And what I did was I put foil in here so you have the overlapping edges. And I put a little Crisco in there. Directions say to use spray, nonstick, but I don't personally use that stuff. So I use Crisco. And then you're basically just going to take your hands and you're going to put about 2/3 of that dough into the bottom of the pan. You're reserving the other 1/3 to put on top. Sometimes it's nice just to use a little cup to press that down. That's looking about there. Get those edges down. And now I'm going to use one of my favorite Honeyville jams. It's called Bumbleberry. And it's a combination of raspberry, blueberry, and blackberry. So it's very delicious. And it's one of my top 3 that I buy there. And so we're just gonna spread that on top of this dough. And you can use any jam you like, whatever your favorite is. I'll just put that in there. Spread that evenly on there. That's pretty close. And then you're going to take pieces of your dough, the 1/3 that you reserved, and you're just kind of crumple it on top of there. Press it down just a little bit when you're doing it. And you can put as much or as little of this topping on as you like. I think that's looking good because after that, you put on some roughly crushed peanuts. This is definitely for the peanut lover. And there too, you can put as much or as little of these as you like. Giving them a little press. And that's ready to go in my preheated 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes until you see it golden brown, and then it'll have to cool. These peanut butter jam bars are so good. The hardest part is waiting for them to cool. I've already run a plastic knife around the foil here so we can pull that foil away. And I'm going to cut these into bars. Try to be even. Believe me, people will eat them if it's not perfectly cut. I'm going to put them over here, and then I will move them into the middle. Here are these peanut butter jam bars, you guys. They are utterly fantastic. It's like a super soft peanut butter cookie with your favorite jam and more cookie on top with the peanuts. And because I used a berry-based jam here, another little treat you can do is put some little mini dark chocolate chips on there, and it gives you that extra little something else flavor. Just an idea, depending on the jam you use. So enjoy these. Sweet and salty, crunchy and creamy. These are definitely dreamy. And as always, if it's time tested, top-notch ingredients, and the talk of the table, it's Cindy certified. And don't forget to hit subscribe.